So as we look at yesterday's bloodbath, and we look at the ranges today, and we're trying to figure out what to do, the image that you want to have in your mind is that you're a fisherman and you're climbing into your little boat, and there's a storm at sea, and you're trying to decide, is it worth your life going to get the fish today, or should you just stay on shore? Trailing by 20 now, first trade. Globex high is going to act as support now. On the other hand, we might just be thrashing around the 7100 here. Yeah, the auto add is turned on, so we need 30 ticks plus one of those behaviors to add to it. As a discretionary trader, I wouldn't want to add here. I'd want to get below that Globex low or Globex high. But the system will just do what it does. So I like the idea of getting down to here, breaking through, and adding on that break. That'd be cool. As it is, it looks like we're going to get stopped right there and then immediately get long. With 7100 right above us here. Yeah, definitely a case where the bigger trail would have been more useful. So here we are at the end of the day. It was a really volatile day. We were discussing in the room at the beginning of the day what to do about that. We implemented our volatile market rules where we started at 705. We switched to the model that's built for more volatile markets. And my comment was that the randomness goes up when the volatility goes up. That's really what it is, and it becomes a coin flip about whether you're going to get completely taken out or you can do well. And this is the first time we've had this kind of volatility with the chop avoidance system that we just released over the last couple of weeks. And let's just walk through it. We got short here. I think we saw this live, and then immediately got long, which is, you can kind of see is the right thing to do. It's a little, the stops are just a little too tight for this volatility. We saw that a little bit yesterday as well. No signals up here, shorts here, but you can't take them because we're red, which means no shorts. So I like the way that's protecting me from the volatility. Here it kind of works against me a bit. This 264 here would be a nice little move. Though actually I would 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd actually take a 5-tick loss there, just the way the market pulls back deep enough, the way I've got the trade management set up. Let's see, this 254 we don't get filled. Okay, 186, that's a long. All right, but we never get an up bar, so we don't do anything there. We take a long here for a loss, and then another one for a loss. So two real quick ones just like that. We see this in the more volatile markets. One of the reasons we switched to the model that's built for volatility is to avoid that. The market's jumping around so much that we get multiple signals like that. Here, 254, again, I'm going to take a small loss here because I don't trade it because it's choppy. It's very clearly choppy, right? And so again, this is protecting me from the chop, protecting me from the volatility. I would have gotten in there, and then you get enough here to move the stop, and there's just a little bit of a deep pullback there to take you out for a half loss. You can see it's got it right in terms of we want to get short. So just like earlier, you get stopped out because the stop is too tight. Here it would be the same thing. Would love to have seen a signal in here. Nothing. So here we get short. So once and I like what I see here in terms of once it opens up. Okay, I want to take trades. This is a really odd stay out of the chop area. And this is no longs here, and the reason is that it's looking at these levels here. It sees these levels as important, and you haven't broken through it enough to say okay, longs are okay. So that's why you get chop there, or chop avoidance. All right, we get short here once we open up. So I like that. I like whether the signal is good or bad. I like that. Once this wave completes, we start looking for signals. Make a little bit there, make up some of the previous loss. It gets choppy again, all right, so you see that there, and you see that there. So, opens up here after this strong move. And once that wave completes, 286 is a short, so we get short here. Again, the stops are just too tight for the volatility. All right, this is the third time now today I've seen this. So two with live trades, one with a trade that I avoided because of the chop. But it's something to think about. All right. Let's see, what else do we get here? Another short here, nicely, makes a little bit. So we're just kind of making up for the losses here. And then chop, 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 and then that's it. Here's 9 o'clock. So my result for the day, minus $20. I have to actually be pretty pleased with that result because days that are this volatile, it's not unusual that you're just destroyed in the choppiness. So we actually did pretty well. And if we're willing to go to a bigger stop, then you would actually do quite well. Maybe not quite well, but it would be a reasonable number. So that's something to think about. I'm starting to work on scaling out, which means starting with a couple contracts and then taking one off while still maintaining the auto add capability. And once I have that working, I'm gonna start trading 2 contracts. So I'll raise the account level to $10,000 here, and we'll model it on a 10K account. But when you do that on a day like today, you have the option now to drop it to 1 contract and double the stop. And that here we see a case where that would clearly be beneficial. So that'll be an extra choice that we have to make. Nonetheless, I'm pretty pleased that I didn't get just killed. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Let's see, what do we look like? I'm not connected at this point. Let's look at the daily range here. Let's see. So we're still above this red line, which means treat it like it's going to be volatile. Today's range was quite a bit lower than yesterday's. Nonetheless, that's a fairly significant bar in that you closed below the low of the high bar, and a pretty strong down day, and not much of a bounce today. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Certainly not quiet summer trading like you expect in June. In any case, we know what to do, so we will follow those guidelines and stay safe.